Welcome. Welcome. My name's Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just about to turn 5 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. Monday for me was a public holiday all day yesterday. I thought it was Monday, but anyway, it's okay. Let me just share the screen first. So welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Please note any trades discussed in this group are to be classed as educational only. And just because we're a group of people helping each other, we're not financial advisors. There is a full risk disclosure there and a little bit about us as live session traders. So, yeah, that's where we're at the minute. Rightio, let me stop sharing that. We'll go across onto charts. I'll look and see. The euro did a big dip yesterday. It's good. All right. There's AUD CAD. I'm still of the opinion that this is going to buy and break the high here. If it doesn't, pull back down, then I will get into the selling. So, well, welcome, Darren, back from the sun tanning, are we?
Oh, I didn't bother much with sunbathing really. It's better things to do than that. Too boring that. It's lying there baking in the sun. No, not.
No. Have some good food, enjoy some good drink.
Correct.
Yeah, no worries. Good. You're the same as me.
Yeah.
Maybe read a book or do something.
Yeah, read a book. Yeah. Sit in the shade.
Yeah. Was it enjoyable?
It was, yes.
Lovely.
Thank you very
Good.
much.
So you think your JPYs are all turning?
Well, just sort of having a look now. It's well, I'm still in them. Put it that way.
Yeah. You haven't been well. NJ you got thrown
I
out
did,
of,
yes. I did, yes.
and I think it was the GJ or something that one of the other ones also.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, we'll have a look down through them. Just talking about the ACAD. I don't know, you were here, Darren, I'm sure you were. We're talking about we're putting in a year box, a month box, and the
Yeah,
Tuesday box. We're boxing it up.
yeah.
I think today is also Tom's movies vehicle day.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's Wednesday. I think he moves it'll be his Tuesday moving his
Yeah.
vehicle for
Yeah.
the street cleaner. Right. Now, if I go and we have a look at the daily on it, just so that we can get a perspective.
I've been in this for a sell for a while. It's just been in
For
and out of
sell,
profit. Yeah, AUD CAD. Yeah, it's pushed out
from
the top
where
of
up
the
the from
did
up at
push
the
out to the
top.
top of the channel. It's sort of repainted since then. The red triangles disappeared, and I'm still in
Right.
it. So
So
I've
so
got
wait a minute. So where did you get in? Around here at the start of the year?
no.
Further up here.
Now around the 24th of May.
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah. Around about here where it poked. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So I said a
Uh,
while. It's been
Going sideways.
yeah, for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
So you see, I don't know. If it's repainted,
Did initially
like,
had my red triangles, the sort of top of the candle, body of the candle
yeah,
pushing through. But then it's
had a short.
short, and then it's pushed up again, and it's sort of pushed the rails up, and it's repainted since then. Triangles have just disappeared.
has it not gone past your stop loss, or did you have your stop loss for
very close to it. Stop loss,
right?
just I just put it just a little bit above the high. I always leave a little bit of a gap above the high.
Yeah, which this candle came up and went a little bit.
It did, yeah, yeah. So that would have been, I don't know, I'd have probably been sat with a beer somewhere at the time when he did that.
That was like 10 pips up. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I was just saying there, my sad prediction for you is that it's going to break that high and potentially go higher.
Yeah, could do.
Just I'm looking at it over here going, well, it could easily pull back down. That's what I was just saying now. Talking with Tom yesterday, I forecast or predict for me is that price will actually break the high and push up. There is a fair bit of imbalance, at least up to this 786. It hasn't even made the 71 yet. Even to the 71, then you got the 78.6 up here before we'll get a sell back out, just purely because of what is over here and still to go and grab. I mean, let me just measure from where price is now, even to break that, that's 500 pips. Like that's doable as well to actually break the high even. I'm not saying it will. That's not what I'm saying. But the possibilities are it will come up, whatever. There's a number of possibilities. It could turn to this and keep dropping down, right? It could push up to the 71 or the 78.6 and then come down. It could come up to the 88 and it could go and break the high and then come back down. What I'm looking at against all of these, we were talking about this the other day. I mean, the Canadian bank cut interest rates last week.
Yeah.
The euro cut interest rates last week.
Yeah.
Which will weaken their currency against other currencies.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The welcome, Alistair. Alistair and Tom's waiting in his vehicle, I'd say. Oh, Alistair's back home. Oh my gosh, he's not running around the countryside.
I will be on Saturday, sadly, but yeah.
Oh, here we go. He's off again. Gone. This guy, I think we're going to call him Alistair Brown the Gypsy.
It's too much.
I don't think he ever stays in one place. Are the police chasing you or something, Alistair? Is that what it is?
Probably.
Yeah, and he's just keeping one step ahead of the plods. Anyway. Okay. Good to see. And thanks, Alistair, for your little note in there as well, that maybe the NZD's, hit its sort of strength up and it's about ready to drag itself back down against all currencies.
It's just spiked. It's just done a spike. So whether that's its last
hurrah,
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Wait and see. Wait and see.
We will. So that's what I was saying, Darren. You've got the CAD, the euro are both lowered interest rates. US, England, and Australia and New Zealand haven't lowered their rate. I think the next one will lower will probably be either UK or US. New Zealand may, but I think Australia is going to be the last bastion of lowering any interest rate. So in light of that, particularly against the Canadian, I see the Aussie dollar strengthening up against the Canadian dollar unless something happens, I mean, which it could, but that's where I'm seeing it going into the buy. And then I just said before, I'm going to place a buy on this to Tom, we were talking about it yesterday, to break that high. And look, it's, as Tom said, this has been going, if we go back to We go back to the 2-hour and have a look. I mean, this has been mucking about sideways for, since where's this? The middle of last month. It's been a whole month, like 4 weeks nearly of just playing around. I mean, the Tuesday boxes are basically nearly in line with each other. Or maybe it's even earlier, maybe back here, the start of May. They're popped up a bit and it's just gone sideways again. What's this one news? That's confidence. I think it's the 18th over here somewhere. It's not showing it. I don't know why it's not. Maybe because it's not. It waits until it's closer or something, but I'm pretty sure it's about the 18th or something here, which will be next week on the Tuesday, where the rate decision will come out for Australia. And all the chatter is just going to stay on hold. And we're not going to get any movement until next year sometime. Next year.
Right.
So, again, unless inflation just drops out the bottom, or, it goes totally depression, I don't think the Reserve Bank's going to do anything. So from that perspective, unfortunately, I again could be totally wrong, but the point is, if I put a buy in and we put a stop loss down here, what do we got? I'll just put one in. So we have a long position, say from here when market, we'll put it a stop loss down here about a low, about a 50 pip stop loss, and let it run. That's where I'm at with it at the moment with ACAD. And then this is the Elliott Wave C box from the fib extension that Tom has been helping us with or giving us some guidance on, and like that box is still up here. So there's that movement. There is also too a gap down here, a gap down here. What else have we got? No, that's it. Oh no, I think that is actually that's actually liquidity down here, right? There's not much below that one, right? Where's that box up there? It's got to come down slightly there because that's the low so far. And that one up here is the high, that little bit where it poked up. So there are gaps, this gap here and this liquidity down here, and a very tiny bit down the bottom here below this Tuesday box. But there is, that will be a gap in there too. That's a Tuesday box gap as well, just there. But that liquidity takes it up anyway. See how it came down there to exactly the top of that. Anyway, so that's where I'm at with this one. And if in the case that what it does is it comes up, comes down, takes my stop loss out, then, well, I will reconsider what I'm doing because I'm only going to put 0.5 to 1% on the trade. And then we'll see what it is, whether it's what you've got, Darren, for a turn.
Yeah.
All right. If we go back to the daily, and this is on my settings, there is no, and we haven't had any red and no green other than down here at the low. Yeah. And it's come up. It hasn't, oh no, it has. It's come past it's still hanging around that sort of 50% mark of the fib from the high to the low. So price is just sitting there at 50% at the moment. So either it will break down or will get this push back up again, which I think it will do based on just the fundamentals. That's all. All right, AUD that has jumped down nicely, hasn't it? There's these imbalances down here, which it's coming down.
I'm still in this one, so
yeah, you will. It hasn't made it to the other side of the road yet, has it?
yeah.
Okay. And there's these few gaps still down here as well. It's just doing that little pull up. So obviously after those daily push downs, it's this little pullback it needs to have a push back up again before potentially it drops further. So yeah, on the daily, the Swiss franc is now off the bottom and it's up around the middle here. If we go back to the 2 hour, the Swiss franc is sitting right up there on that time frame. On the 2 hour, it's sitting up as a strong currency pair. So when this moves, I think we'll get a continuation. If you look at the what's it called again? The trend bar. The trend bar is still red at the moment, but you know that would react late anyway. Got the weekly open, and we've got the gap there, and gap down here, and liquidity down below it. So, yeah, I can see it coming down and taking this out, liquidity or not, and then potentially going back up again. So you're still in the sell, Darren? Good.
But you know, bearing in mind your comments on the Aussie interest rates going forward, it could, as you say, come back, take out that liquidity, and then just continue in the much longer term in an upward trajectory.
Yeah, and then if
break those highs.
If you measure where it is, like it's only 150 pips down to where that liquidity is.
Yeah.
It's like that's not a big move. In terms of any currency pair, really. Rightio, AUD JPY. Actually, I haven't looked at this in the last, yeah. It did do a nice drop off there and created this enormous Tuesday box, but there's a bit of imbalance up here. Which makes, and there's down here, there's further, like there's heaps of imbalance down below. Look at it, way down here. Tuesday box, Tuesday box, Tuesday box. And because that's been still plummeting upwards, we've now got a turn. It didn't quite break the high. It pulled back down, created a Tuesday box there, pulled down, created that nice drop. That would have had a smile on your face, Darren. And then it's pulled back up, not broken, like just bounced on. If you look at it here, it did this weird bouncing at this level. There's something at that level, like 103,976, you know, or 104, somewhere there. There's this resistance, and it's basically dropped off and come back to exactly the same level again. Now it's going to do one or two things. It's going to break through that, or it's just going to drop back out of it. And you're hoping, Darren, it's going to drop.
Indeed.
The problem for me is this trend bar has gone green to red to green to red to green.
Yeah.
It's not that conclusive.
No, it's not.
And like on the this is on the 2 hour, so you know we've got a nice lot of red triangles up here, and this significant drop off, which was that? When was that? That was non-farm payroll. Was it? No, that's non-farm payroll just there. Sorry. I don't know what that was.
That was sort of well, UK time. That was Tuesday the 4th.
Yeah. Anyway, that would have had a big smile on your face. It's pulled back up but not broken the high. So then it's just playing around here. Now, the only thing is it hasn't broken the low. It came down here but didn't come down towards the low. So it's still sort of just sitting in that range between there and there. Like a box. All right. So a lot of the JPYs are looking like this, though, Darren, aren't they?
Yeah.
Majority of them. They all have had a drop, but they're all sort of pulled back to a level, and we don't know which way it's going to turn. So for the mutineers, there's the AUD NZD keeps dropping off. Yeah, we've had some green triangles that came to the other side. We didn't have any red triangle, and it's dropped back off again. If we go to the daily, though, it's well and truly outside of the rail.
Yeah.
Wait for the rail to come in if it does, hopefully. No, it's normally there by now. I don't think go to 4 hour.
Yeah, well, I had that very nice sell, didn't I, from the short.
Yeah, from this up here.
Waiting for the turn now and potentially get.
Well,
going.
you had all these bits and pieces that suit you, don't you? You had candles out, bodies of candles outside the rail. This is my setting. You had triangle or more at the top. You had a trend bar change. You had a short, and you were in.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we've got is we've got body of candles out the other side of the rail with a green triangle, but not along yet.
Yeah.
The trend bar is still red. But you had an automatic profit take, though, didn't you, at the rail?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Good. So now it's the push back up. And Alistair's prediction or potential, sorry, not prediction, sorry, that's incorrect. Alistair's information that he has shared with us that potentially the NZD has potentially finished its run or strength means that potentially this will maybe turn to give us the long. But at the moment, this AUD NZD is still pushing down.
Yeah, it hit the 800 after it hit that developing POC. The 800 sitting above it, so it's under the 800 at the moment.
Yeah.
It's the only sort of barrier that's stopping it, I think.
It doesn't mean, though, Alistair, it won't go further down.
No,
it's
it doesn't. No,
yeah.
not at all.
But I think potentially this may play around until the interest rate decision. I actually don't know when the NZDs are making their rate decision. I haven't sort of heard a lot about that.
I don't know if the UK are going to do anything with interest rates for a bit. We've got the election. I don't know.
He's picked the US 4th of July, isn't he?
Yep. I'm a postal vote for that.
Yeah. Well, I'll send out the notification for you to join up, though, Alistair, too.
I meant to do it today. I've got to do it.
Oh, that's right. You got to think. No. I mean,
What's that?
They'll be calling you up a service.
I'm too old, mate. I'm well out of that one, I think.
Oh no, they'll be dragging everyone in, won't they?
Don't know. We'll see.
Well, a man with experience and the ability to evade police and go from country to country, they want people like that. Maybe you'll be in. Oh no, you're already in the Secret Service, aren't you? Sorry, I forgot about that. It's got the red and the green phone. Yeah, he's on He's sorry, Alistair. This is not nobody will know. This is not
No,
going out
it's not,
anywhere
it's not
anyway. So
publicised, so is it?
no, it's not public knowledge. Yeah, I keep this as unlisted in YouTube so that people don't know about it, Alistair. But anyway, right, yeah.
Darren's a surveyor, aren't you?
Sorry,
Eh? You're a surveyor.
a surveyor. Yes, he's a
yes.
surveyor.
Yeah.
I came to England. I worked in the district valuer's office. That's why I came down south.
District Valuer's Office. Ooh.
I know. There you go. There's a revelation.
Oh,
That's it. That's the government, right?
it's a bit like the
That is-
tax office, is it?
It was in that revenue actually.
Yeah. Something like that.
There you go. Sorry to blow the cover.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was using that as his cover for the Secret Service. Is it MI5 or MI6? Which one? Yeah.
MA5.
Okay. So yeah, anyway, we're waiting for a turn on this, and it hasn't sort of told us yet. There will be a long, and Darren will notify us, of course, when he's ready to do something, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. That's AUD NZD. And if what do we got? Oh, maybe we have the news here. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's just consumer confidence. I'm not necessarily concerned about those. It's more about the interest rate. Okay, so AUD Singapore. Let's have a quick look at that one. It's also come up high. Wait till we get the rails. Here we go. It's nowhere near the rail. It's sitting in the middle. It's not a place to make a decision for a longer term trade. I don't think.
No, it's no person's land, this one.
Yeah, absolutely. There are Tuesday imbalances and liquidity down the bottom. That's the high. That's the low. I don't know what I've got. Oh, that's just a point turn there. But that's really, once I put that, this is probably, no, yeah, it is. That's the start of the year, somewhere around here. Yeah. The high is nearly the start of the year. And where's the low? It's around April sometime. Okay. So we don't know what this is potentially doing at the moment. Okay. AUD USD is this is on daily still.
Okay, it's just like AUD, SGD. It's
Yeah, it's in the same sort of position, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's been going sideways a bit, like it's on that buy. But again, maybe it's only because, hang on a minute. There's all of this coming up. This is the stuff that is where it'll make it's been going along since where have we got here? Say middle of the May again, same sort of thing, same as CAD, just sideways, up, down, playing around, right? But what we've got now is, a Fed rate decision coming up, which it looks like they'll put on hold, but you've got FOMC projections, which is what they tell you potentially in 6 months' time what the interest rate will be. So it'll react to. And have a guess, you've got the year-on-year inflation rate coming out as well.
Yeah.
See there? And they reckon it'll stay around the same. Core inflation might drop a little bit. Month on month, don't worry about it. That sort of stuff. So there's a lot happening there. When's that? The 13th. So that's...
That's in about 24 hours time. Though.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a big, what have we got here? PPI month on and then sentiment. That's all right. This is big news, right? Big news. Now, because they USD, if the inflation rate, and if they're not going to change the rates, this potentially will sell. Potentially. Right, in the shorter term. I think in the longer term, we're going to get a buy, but again, you don't know from a daily perspective. We come across onto the 2-hour. It has come down and broken the low. And where we got it? Oop. It made it up to the 618, made it to the 71 nearly, and then it's dropped off. Price is down here at the moment at 66. I think when the news comes out, we're in Tuesday box now. Tuesday to Wednesday. So potentially it'll be actually after this Wednesday box. Sorry, after the Tuesday box, which is the Wednesday market open, it'll be it says 4 o'clock. So it'll be your afternoon tomorrow. Basically, I think we'll get a sell, but then I think it'll pull back up again. That's just where I'm at the minute. We've got a Tuesday gap here, which I don't know. It doesn't look like, unless something drops out, I can't see it taking that out at the moment. Just doing ups and downs. Yeah. We're market open, and yes, it's been pulling up since then. Right, yeah, let's go down a couple of others. A little bit of time, that's good. And some of these I haven't, like this have I put the yearly box in? Yes, I have. That's the yearly high. Yeah. That's the start of the year. That's the low there, August, and where it's back to now. And that's the last month. So basically in the last month, it's pushed up to the middle of the month and then pull back down. And where we are, we're still in the top half of that month. Welcome, Tom. You've moved your vehicle, streets been cleaned, no ticket.
Nope, all went off like a
Clockwork.
James Bond movie.
Oh, lovely. He's moving the Aston Martin. How's that?
Something like that.
Yeah, good. So yeah, AUD USD. So CAD CHF again. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Well,
So
that was
this
a
was-
lovely sell, that one.
Yeah, but on the
I mean,
daily,
I got that in it. I got in that ages ago.
yeah,
Weeks and weeks ago. Not
back
that
over here
short.
somewhere.
It was, yeah. And it finally
Yeah,
got off. And
you got in, it came back, draw down, back there, draw down, and then it dropped off.
yeah.
Patience, eh, Darren? And so here you would have had an automatic profit take.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're out of it. So you're waiting now for the push back up.
I am, yes.
All right.
And if what we're saying about Canadian dollar, though,
They've lowered their
interest
interest
rate.
rate,
they lowered them, didn't they?
which means this could go further into the sell.
Yeah. Yeah, it could push
But
down.
it doesn't matter because you're going to wait for a trend chart bar change and you're going to wait for
Yeah.
long before you get in anyway.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. The Swiss franc might just fall off the edge, which means it'll strengthen the CAD even if it does have lower interest rates. So, all right. Then we've got CAD JPY. Now that has did you? I don't know. You didn't get. I don't know, Darren, if you're in that one. I can't.
I am,
remember.
yes. I'm in this one, yeah.
You are as well.
Yeah. I mean, it never came anywhere near the.
No, there was a big gap between, wasn't it?
So my stop loss now is above that last
Last high just here.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's still probably in drawdown, even if
It
it
is,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. And probably the reason why you didn't do anything down here because it never came to the other side of the rail. It never profited
No.
out before you got the long and the change in
No, it didn't.
color change there.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucky devil so far. Same thing though. It did just drop off the other day, last week, and now it's pushed back up again, but it hasn't broken the high, so that's good. But definitely that
I think it might continue to do this, eventually hit the bottom of the channel as the channel continues to trend upwards. And
is
then
it going to be
take,
like a USD CAD, is it? Just
yeah,
meander its way.
meander its way and then take off again, break that high to the left and carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on up.
Longer term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
CHF JPY. Now that you were in this, you are in this.
No, I'm not in this.
Good. But it did break the high.
I was in this. I did get taken out, but not when it broke the high because I'd moved the stop loss down to
Right.
about there. Yes.
Yeah. When it
So,
came back up. So there was only a small loss on it.
yeah.
Okay.
But it got all the red triangles, so
I know. Crazy, isn't it? Well, this one I haven't changed. I'll go back to 2 hour here because I haven't done what I was supposed to do. There's things I've been slack on. This one, I just had a very busy time. Let's shoot over into that. And then this is somewhere. There was when market opened. Like, we had lots of triangles saying it was going to sell, but this is, oh no, it is. There we go. Sorry, I just thought we hadn't gone out the other side, but basically it dropped off here. We got a green and it just kept going up. The overall trend from down here has got it. Tell you what though, look at that. Look at the gaps in here. So many gaps. And liquidity down the bottom. It's not a place, but when it starts to turn, you're right, Aaron, it'll be quite a nice trade. So if we come back over to here, yeah, it's outside the rail, but it's just pushed further up. It actually is in sort of difficult territory, isn't it?
yeah.
It has broken the high, so it's up. So at some point, I mean, it could just travel further, but because it's in this sort of uncomfortable zone, it's more likely to sell out at some point. But here, look, it doesn't make the other side, doesn't make the other side. Okay. Euro AUD. That also has been just going sideways for so long. Let's go look at the 2 hour. There was plenty of drop off occurring. It hasn't broken the low. That's not the right spot, is it? That one should be there. So for this week so far, basically it's just sold. And I think this will continue. It hasn't made that C box there, Tom.
No, it sure hasn't.
It hasn't anywhere like from the high to the low. It hasn't come back up into this zone at all. But I think now with the euro, for example, lowering their interest rate and the Aussie dollar nowhere near going to, I think we're going to see this still continue to sell.
Well, I hope so. I'm in it.
Good. Love it. Rightio. Euro CAD. This also too sold. There was an enormous gap at market open. Not enormous, sorry, that's not the right wording. There was a substantial gap, which it has not filled.
No, no.
It was market close. When
No,
market
it's not,
opened,
yeah.
there was a gap and it still hasn't filled it. It doesn't like it. It does not like these gaps.
No, no. It would definitely take that.
It'll be taken at some point, but it's like, and at the moment, this Tuesday is taking out that gap there. That gap there. This Tuesday box will take out that gap. All right. There is only another gap down here, which I think potentially it will go towards. So we've okay, this is we've had this push up, we've had this whole big, I think we've come to a point we're now on the trend back down, and I think it'll take this out. Tom's got a C box down there. Don't let that be a reason, but you know, there's something here that potentially could come down and break that low, that low, that low, and come down into this area down over here. That's been a long, when has that been? Since 22nd of April, just been pushing up. We now have a turn. I'll go to the daily and have a look. Now, did you get anything coming out the other side of the rail, Darren? You've got a change and a short, but
no candle body outside the rail. It wicked.
no, it wicked out. It wicked for me too. So I don't know whether you hold it hard and fast, that needing a body outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, both currencies cut their interest rates, didn't they? So they're sort of doing the same thing as well, aren't they? So there's no obvious reason for it to go anywhere really.
Correct.
Both is in the bottom, so it could. This could be a short-lived, very short-lived. Come back up.
Yeah. Okay.
Take out that gap.
Yeah.
Mess around for a while.
Correct. Yeah, I think it will take that gap out. Absolutely. It won't let that gap sit there. Yeah. Maybe after Tuesday we might get. Well, there's no news here though either. There's nothing noticeable at the moment. You're right. Non-committal on that one. Euro CHF. That absolutely just kept pushing down.
Well, that was from a daily perspective. That was a real quick trade. That one.
Yeah, well, there is another gap in here though. See the gap? There's another gap in there too.
Yeah, there is.
But there is an enormous liquidity down here, which it's come off there where it opened and it's pushing down to it. It might, look, it took 50% of it. That might be enough. And then it might go back up into that gap before it continues down. That's been a long term. What is this? Like even over here. Oh, yep, start of the year. Pushed up to the middle of the year, nearly, or to May and the start of June, and now it's pushing its way back down. Okay. What do we got on the daily?
Upside the bottom of the rail now, so
Yeah.
I'm watching it for a buy now.
Wow. Okay.
Took the sell. Now let's see if we get the buy back up.
Well, it may only buy a bit before it sells back out again if it changes direction, which I think it
I think
will.
with that interest rate decision, I think longer term this is heading down now.
Yeah. Yeah, you might have a long wait before it starts to look like wanting to come back up. I still think a sell on it might be a short pullback before we get into a sell on it. I don't know. Probably Tom's already in on the sell. Okay.
No, I am not in on the sell on this one.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. All right, let's go Euro GBP, which is and created an enormous gap on this one. Well, probably not enormous. I keep saying that. It's probably not. It's only 20 pips. But to see gaps, I haven't seen gaps for ages in market open. All the euros at this point, or not all, sorry. So far, these euros have got a gap in there. Hey, look how far out on the daily. Look how far out it is here.
Yeah.
Big push out. Audio. So this is likely to push back up, but we haven't got any. There's no triangles because we haven't got a buy candle as yet on the daily anyway. Euro JPY. Oh, you'd be liking this, wouldn't you, Darren?
Could this be like a phoenix trade? This one rising from the ashes. Thanks to the European decision to cut the interest
rate. Yeah, maybe. And what have we got down here? Japanese. Yeah, rate decision for Japan too. Keep it on hold. 0.1.
That doesn't help, does it, really?
No, they're living in deflation, not inflation. Anyway. No, it doesn't really. But I think we're certainly in that sort of potentially longer term. You didn't get a short though on it. Interesting.
I did, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was where I said to you, "Oh, you're going to get into another a second trade." You went, "Oh."
I'm surprised there isn't a short showing on there. That's
not on mine.
Now.
It's probably the settings that I have.
Yeah.
But certainly came out the other side, and it has sold. Yeah. It's not quite to the middle of the rails here yet. Well, you got in on the short over here. Let's drop down.
I did, yeah. So
and then it didn't come to the other side, then pushed way up.
I mean, I'm still well in drawdown on this. Yes, it's not.
Yeah, You got your stop loss up here now, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Or
say I'm
maybe not
still
moving.
sitting above the that original
Above the high.
actually.
Okay.
I could
No worries.
move it down a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's not going to make a lot of difference, really.
No, you're right. Okay. Euro NZD. Now this will, it's still pushing its way back down, isn't it? Oh, I haven't changed this, Tom. We haven't got to this one yet.
That's a big drop off today.
Yeah, it is.
Or overnight for you, Brian.
Yeah.
Really drops off.
It was a pretty enormous drop off.
And there's another one just there. Yeah. That was pretty full on, wasn't it?
It was enormous.
And it was straight after the, the London Open. Market close, and since the start of the week, all it's been doing is going down. What is that box? What is that? Ah, okay. That's the month box. I can change that now. Hey. There we go. And look at it, from May, the start of May to the end of May, all it was doing was going down and created these imbalance boxes in here. But it's still going down. C boxes down here.
Drag it across.
The box, yeah.
Yeah.
Break it up to there. Potentially break it and then
Look for a 50% bounce.
yeah, where I've got that line basically, which is this low here. And if you come across further, it'll be off that point there.
I think it's going to go down further.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. Euro's on the push down at the moment. If we go to the daily, you'll see the move of it, which we were there. I haven't got the yearly on yet, Tom. I've got to, like as I said, I may get a chance today to do some. We'll just see. Got to tidy things up. Well, it is out the other side of the rail, but from my perspective, I didn't get any red triangles up here for when it did come. It may have, and then it's repainted because that's what it does. But I don't know. Getting in, I think it'll sell further. I think it'll break that low bit, but I don't. It's not from the strategy that we use. It's outside the rail. It's not really a time to take further sell. It's more waiting for we have a green triangle. We did get a little bit of green trend bar, but it's come back down and sold. So we'll be waiting for now the body of the candle outside. We're waiting for another green triangle and a trend bar change and a long. But I think that may be a long time. Particularly, well, it depends on if Alistair's sort of information at the NZD may have hit its straps. So Euro Singapore, that also too. Look at the gap in that. That was a nice pushing gap. Look where it came up to exactly where or nearly, and then it's dropped off in the short. Where, oh, there's the rails. Yeah, well, this is not in any sort of situation to take that trade, though. Wow. That's been a substantial sell, hasn't it? Off there. That was 150 pips. And it started before market opened. Whoop. There. Oh, we got, what is that one? I don't know what that is, Tom.
Liquidity.
Is it? Shouldn't that be below the box?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know why that's there. But there's no gap in there. Right. Looks like that's where it's going down to, though, isn't it? What's that doing over there? Tidy up. Is there more? No, look quick. Oh, yeah, there's more down here. And more further down.
Yeah, but see, that's
Okay.
where it comes in helpful, knowing where your Tuesday boxes are in those lines.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to go back and do it that far back. Anyway, you've got them, Tom.
You don't have to. That's not what I'm saying. That's
Oh.
not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you can just clump these all together. If you go back left
Yeah.
and just clump all that together with that one box,
This.
yeah, drag it down to the very, very bottom. Yeah, down
Yeah.
there. That way
Yeah.
you know that whole area needs to be taken.
Yeah, okay. As liquidity. And there could be
Right.
boxes in there.
Well, there's
but it's
there's the
definitely
liquidity, there's
liquidity.
fair value gaps. Yeah, there's
Right,
everything down
right.
there.
Yeah, gotcha. And that's the easiest
You don't have
way
to go
do
back
it.
and do each one.
Yeah. Because you know they'll be there and there's liquidity anyway, so you might as well. Okay.
Right. And the box will allow you your 50% line roughly
Yeah.
to
which
where
is
you're
down
looking for it to pull back to.
there. Yeah,
If
okay.
it goes further, it goes further. But
Oh, sorry. Interesting enough, hang on. The X48's not there. It's too bigger. Oh no, there it is. Yeah. It does tend to dance around in the middle a fair bit, push up, back down. Now we've got this to push back up, but yeah. Anyway, I still think we're going to sell further. Euro USD. That was the drop off. I did that anyway. That's a 1, 2, 3, or 5. Yeah. That wave. Again, euros all along, all the euros are basically dropping off. Pulling down here, breaking structure, pulling back up, and I think this will potentially keep going. We just want these longer term trades. That's all we're really looking for. Yeah, look at it. Came up to the 786. dropped off on the short. Didn't come out of the rail, but it's yeah. I think we're set for breaking this low down here. Might come down to rail, push back up a bit, but I think it's set up for the drop. Right. Where we got time? Okay, no worries.
Can you go?
GA.
Can you stay there for a second?
Yeah, stay there. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, look at your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you put in.
Yeah.
The five peaked right before the short, or maybe the short did. I can't really tell the line there.
No, the short didn't. It was that one just there.
Yeah. So now put your ABC on.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. You want it from the 5, don't you?
Yep.
You want it down to there.
A.
The
B.
short will be somewhere there, and the C's down here. But I'll have to put in the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, hang on. Hold the horses. We've got to make sure. Hang on a minute. Where C is here. Get it. Move there. Why won't it let me?
Yeah, it's locked. Is it locked?
It must be. I never locked it though. No, it's not locked.
Try doing it by the hole. See the hole down? Go down. Go down.
There.
Yeah, there you go. Try that.
No. Oh yeah, it did. Right. B is there. That's more like it. I think it's because it's yeah, it was done on the 2 hour. Okay. Yeah, it's back up here. It's already done it.
USD 2 hour. Oh, you're on the daily time frame. That's why.
Yeah.
No, you should be on the 2 hour time frame.
Okay, right. I'll get onto the 2, but it's still the same position.
No, you have to. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I see what you did.
It's still the same.
C. Yeah, exactly.
So
draw
C is
it
still
across.
up here. Yeah,
right. Draw it across. Look where that gap. Look where the gap ended up.
Yeah, I know. Right in that middle. It's going to come back there.
Right. So you're looking for this C box to either be bounced off of or broken.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
But still, let's move that over there. That. Yeah. And that has to go over here. That might make a difference. Do you think?
Not that big of difference. I mean, you can mark
Let
it,
me
but
just see. I'll do it again. Nah, it's the same. It's okay. Right, yeah. Yes,
so now price is overextended.
Correct.
Because you're into the extension of the trade.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a completion of this to push up, pull back, push up, pull back until I get to the bottom of the C box.
Yeah.
Let it just play in here. When it gets back to the C box, you're either going to see a push off and a continue down, or it's going to push up and break, pull back and go. Or it just may push all the way through.
I think it'll sell.
Well, either way, that's why you're using that C box as a base.
Yeah. Longer term, I see it coming down here and breaking the low.
Okay, so if that's the case, when you slide your C box across, look for price to come back there. When it does, that'll be your sign. If you get a triangle,
to get into
it.
Yeah, because I think this gap on all of the euros will need to be taken out. And it, like, I've seen it where it waits a couple of weeks even. It can be, but it will, before it continues, it will take that gap out.
Right. So you have green arrows.
Yeah.
But
But I don't want to get into the buy necessarily.
Okay.
That's just me at this point. I would rather wait for the buy to pull back, take out the gap, and then get ready for the drop. But that's me. And we're on the 2 hours still. Change that to it's not okay. Doesn't matter. Right, yeah. I've got to get my by this evening. I'll be able to put my Tuesday to Wednesday boxes in. All right, let's go to GA. Might get some of the GBPs done. Oh, this is so annoying. Back here in May, I said it was going to buy. I didn't read. Right. Now, I haven't done this, so it looks like it's going to be taking out the Tuesday box. Oh, what have we got? What's the news coming up? What is the British news? GDP month on month. Okay. Oh, it's forecast for 0. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. Yeah. If you look, oh, no, it might not. There's a Tuesday box here. Which I've got to
Everyone's
change.
watching the election, Brian. That's where the GDP's at 0, I reckon.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all
Fair
just sitting
enough.
watching, waiting.
There's a Tuesday box there. I don't know whether this will, because I don't think price, no, it didn't make it. This box may only take out a portion of that. But at the moment, it looks like it's going to create a gap in here. Potentially. I'll wait. Anyway, potentially. There'll be one below, one above. It'll just do this in the middle. So, sorry, Alistair, you're saying from British pound perspective, but that's just the GDP. Oh, you're saying people will be looking at the result of the gross domestic product in relation to what's happening in the country for an election.
Well, I think there's a lot of there's panic and concern here, and there's probably panic and concern in America, and it's all panic as to what could happen after it happens.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the news that's here about English election is that Sunak's government is like
British, Brian, British.
Oh, sorry, British. Sorry, I apologize.
Other countries are available. Mind you, well, let's not talk about Scotland, Cow the mighty,
But yeah, apparently the word on the street or the news that's being purported here is that the government's going to be chucked out and there's going to be a new government.
Oh, that's quite possible. I think you're actually better not to watch local news. You're better to watch it from somebody else's eyes. I think you get a better view, I think, to be honest.
Yeah. I've been watching this guy on YouTube that has predicted every US presidential result, predicted it and got them right for, I don't know, for a long time. And he has these 13 criterias. I don't know. Have you heard of him, Tom? I can't remember the guy's name actually. But he has predicted the president, and he's saying with these 13 things that you gauge it by, he said there's no way that Trump will win. So, but there's a lot of hype going on. So he doesn't concern himself, this guy, with polls or anything. He said the polls can say anything, you know. But he's gauging on these 13, which is sort of economic and social indicators. And they're the things he says that will determine the outcome.
From your
So
lips to the Lord's ears.
Well, I don't think she'll be listening that well, though, Tom.
She's
What
got
did you
great
say?
hearing. Her name's Eva.
She's got good hearing, has she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
her
God.
name's Eva.
Say that phrase again.
From Tom, he wants the saying again.
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
Oh, I said from his lips to the Lord's ears.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he said he doesn't know she can hear that well. And I said she has great hearing. Her name's Eva. She told me.
So yeah, it's all. I think from an external perspective, outside of the countries, outside of Britain and outside of the US, is a very interesting discussion that goes on.
You must be loving it, Brian. Loving it.
It's interesting to watch the stuff that goes on. But
You know,
we
you can say every government around the world, doesn't it just feel like just a feeling as though absolutely everything is in a dynamic shift?
a flux, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
like a real dynamic shift.
Well, you look at France.
You know that France has called a snap election.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, that'll be interesting.
Well, he's shit scared that he'll lose, so he's trying to bring it on early to yeah, it's interesting. This is me not talking conspiracy, but you know, I think that for me the discussion is the individuality is causing a lot of turmoil. Like people, particularly younger generation, of like it's me stuff. And
Absolutely.
it's creating these groups that have much more power than the numbers in the group, if that makes any sense. It's like the majority is being disregarded, and these small groups are having a lot more say than what the majority are saying, and it's being sort of foisted onto. Anyway, that's just sort of some of my
That is
overview.
exactly, Brian. That's exactly what a French lady commentator said in the news last night about the situation in France, and that's the point she was making. And the French right wing have grasped TikTok and media, but the percentages, when you stand back, don't tally with.
No, correct.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. Yeah. Well, we had the whole thing last year, the year before, where we had the vote on. Anyway, there was not an election; it was a vote on a to include the Aborigines, you know, the local natives, into the Constitution of Australia, and for them to have a voice in Parliament, by whatever. And, you know, all the media was, it just got killed, absolutely, like knocked out of the water. And they're just not listening to the majorities. The majorities are just silent. So what I see happening is because all these little groups have their say, and the majority is just sitting back going, oh, well, we'll just wait until we're ready to cast our vote. We don't have to tell people what we're doing. It's just we just don't agree with all the little groups. I think the frustration with the majority of society in whatever country is the fact that unless you know in a democracy as such, or you know, a true democracy as such, I think that they're not opening their mouth to voice their opinion because it's being drowned out by these little minor sort of groups. Like I'll give you an example. My youngest daughter is a kindergarten teacher, and this is how politically incorrect the whole. There's one child who is a Seventh-day Adventist in the group, right? So there is no. So she now cannot celebrate Easter or Christmas or any other festive event because the Seventh-day Adventists don't believe in it. So one child has now made the rule for the whole, 25 kids in the kinder. To me, that's just absurd. So, but anyway, that's just a small example. I think that, a minority can actually tell the majority it's the way they need to act. And it's the council that runs the kinder. They're the ones that are crippling, that are folding into all of this stuff.
Right, but how do you fix that?
Because
I can see both sides.
Yeah.
You don't want your child left out and you want to accommodate all the children and yada, yada, yada. I get it. But on the other side, it's like, this is kind of ridiculous in a way.
Yeah.
So where's the happy medium?
Well, I think particularly, I think that lots of people celebrate lots of things. I mean, we have a very multicultural country here, and we have Diwali for the Indian festival, we have Ramadan, we have,
so do we. We have all that too.
Yeah. So society has that. Why shouldn't a kindergarten, for example, celebrate all of those things as well? Seventh-day Adventists must have some celebration. Why don't you celebrate that as well? Expose all of the public to all of the things. That's how I see it. I see this as too divisive. And it was the same thing, this vote. The reason why the vote got killed last year or the year before is because it was being divisive. We were talking 3 to 5% of the population were going to tell 95 or more of the population what we had to do. And the 95% went, you got the goody-goodies that wanted to think, but the majority of the population said, well, we're not going to put up with this. We're not going to be told what to do by less than 5% of the population. It's like, it was ridiculous. So that's why it just died a death. But yeah, anyway, I personally think you embrace all of it and just let it all, it's a melting pot. That's the way we are anyway. And the US would be the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
We are a melting pot. So it's not an either or. That's what they have to make it out to be. I mean, if they want to celebrate, they can celebrate. If they don't, they don't, whatever.
Yeah.
But the problem being is if you have that situation where you're having, 1% of the population tell the other 99 what to do, and it happens, then you either have to say, we're not going to put up with this and wipe out all religions and all holidays and everything else during school hours, and school hours are only for educational purposes only. Math, the language, whatever the case may be.
But you can't, because all of that, I don't think you can do that, Tom, because it infiltrates into all of people's lives and society.
Right. So that's
what a waste of time.
It's either a dystopian, you have a very sanitized classroom hour where there's nothing but education, or you just live a little and celebrate everyone.
Because
if you're going to shut out one, you got to shut out them all.
Well, I think they can't even celebrate the kids' birthdays, I think my daughter was saying, because they don't have birthdays. It's like, what? You can't celebrate the kids' birthdays. Like,
Yeah,
it's just,
see,
that's ridiculous.
it's just so dysfunctional.
Yeah, it is
That's what it really is.
dysfunctional.
It's just dysfunctional.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
think when you mentioned that phrase "happy medium," and it probably isn't really attainable and achievable, and if you get to it, ain't going to be very happy anyway. So it's
Well, you're not going to make
know.
everybody happy all the time.
No.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
just
but it's the extremes though, Alistair, that I'm talking about. It's
oh
the
yeah,
far
I'm
right
sure,
and the
yeah,
far left
absolutely.
that just don't want to play in the playground. You know, they just
Right.
they want to and I think to a certain extent I think that
They get more attention.
there's a
It's
mental
more.
imbalance in both of those areas. Like that, it's not reality. Neither of them are living in what's reality. The left wants
Right.
wants what they want, but it's not realistic. The right wants what they want, but again, it's not realistic in a
Right.
human existence.
Right.
So that's that's the challenge that we have, unfortunately. And my
I
challenge
think,
is, yeah.
go ahead.
No, my challenge is that I need to go. Sorry.
Oh,
Tom,
perfect
no, say
timing.
what you're going to say, Tom.
No, I was just going to say what it just feels like society is going to end up doing is just splitting in two. Either you want this type of life or you want this type of life,
No,
and you guys just go your
just,
separate ways.
it just won't
That's what it
happen.
feels like. It's like the youth is
Yeah.
just finding their footing of what they want
Yeah.
the future to look like.
Mm.
I don't know.
It's down to who'll move their cars, Tom, and who'll not move their cars.
That's right. It's a
There's a
parking
little
lot
bit.
issue.
We're into
It all comes
philosophy,
down to that.
unfortunately. We're not in so sometimes when Darren looks shocked that we were not looking at trading, but no, it's all right.
Well, I've got some much bigger news. I'm in US oil for the buy.
Oh, he's in US oil. Hang on, let's have a US oil for the buy. Oh, yes. Oh, it did go down a fair. All right, okay. We have to get across to the daily, don't we? All
Where
right.
did you get it at? Where did you get in at, Darren?
Yeah, this long here.
At the long?
Correct. Yeah. A little
Outside
bit of
of
a
there.
pullback. I got a little bit of a pullback and then got in. There we go.
Well, there's the news. That's
the
what
big
we've
news.
got. Yeah. And there's a bit to go, and you've got a profit set up here somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I missed that sell from the top, which was a bit annoyed about. So anyway,
that was back in April, start of April. Yeah, okay. Look at that. Oh gosh, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Eh?
Yeah.
No, okay. All right, now I need to depart. I'm sorry, everyone. We'll
So do I. So
no worries. And Coco's come back up too, mate. It's nearly up to getting up to its high. Rightio. Take it easy, everyone.
Take care.
Enjoy your birthdays and all your celebrations, I think, and we all
Absolutely.
let's just turn the heat up underneath and get stuff to melt a bit quicker. All right then.
I'm celebrating National Fence Day because I've finally got a boundary fence fixed in the back garden.
Okay. Oh, I'll eat a bit of cake for you.
I'll send you a picture.